Eat for free? No.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Shattered Tabletop Gaming. That is still the old intro. I don't know why for this show I cannot seem to remember to put the updated one in there. Maybe it's because we've got so many shows. I don't know. We can't keep track of them all. But thank you for joining us. Thank you to these amazing players joining us. We have a nice session planned for tonight. A little bit of investigation, I think. Maybe some diplomacy, aggressive negotiations, maybe even. But before we get into all of that, I'd like to take a minute and have Juniper talk about a particular show that is happening, and it's a lot of fun. So I would like some promotion about it. So Juniper, take it away.
Sure, have some promotion. I'm Juniper. I'm Linen and Spice, most places on the internet. Ray is talking about the Moonstone Matriarchy, which is an all-women D&D 5e campaign that happens over on D and Denial's Twitch channel on Saturdays. And we are about to attend a Fae wedding. My one of our party members was betrothed at birth to an archfey, and they are getting married probably in the next session or two. So we're really hoping that we don't fuck everything up while we're in the Feywild and, accidentally offend anybody or make any deals with Fae that we don't intend to. Yeah, so come watch us potentially fuck things up. Okay, that's the Moonstone Matriarchy, Saturdays, 8 p.m. EST on D and Denial's channel. Back to Ray.
Thank you. I'm curious if there's like Fae etiquette for dummies, like a book out there
Well,
somewhere.
I mean, the two rules we've had hammered into us so far that my character just cannot for the life of her remember is you don't give your real name out to people and you don't say thank you, because if you say thank you, it means you owe them something. Those are the two things that we've had so far. Etiquette for dummies.
I like it. That's perfect. Well, I think it's about time to jump into things. The intro video thing worked pretty well. I think. I didn't have to do a whole lot with that. That's pretty neat. Don't forget to check out some other shows that happen that they're not here to talk about, but we've got Magical Mists. We do a lot of collaboration with those lovely ladies, and they have quite the show going right now where it's a re-envisioned Winx Club campaign. Definitely entertaining. It's the descendants of the original Winx characters, so check that out for sure. Every last Friday on the Shatter Tabletop Gaming channel, you can check out the cosmic horror that is Call of Cthulhu. This is actually the Down Darker Trails version, so Wild West themed. How Cthulhu ends up in the Wild West, I'll never know, but Juniper plays in that one too, has a lovely character that tries to rein in the chaos a little bit.
Doesn't work. It does not
Yeah.
work, but I try.
Like, people joke around about herding cats and things, but the epitome of it is this show. So yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. When we last left our crew, actually, let's get some ambiance. When we last left our intrepid crew, you all were talking with a vendor about some chicken-sized xenomorph You were able to obtain 2 of them, I believe, uncooked, unprepared, um, as I recall. I might be misremembering. The street
Um,
vendor.
I'm struggling to hear you, Ray. Is it just me or
No, it's me too.
Uh-oh.
Right when you started the music, I started freaking out a little bit.
Cool. Let's see.
Sounds better now.
Is it better now?
I
Yeah.
think so? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you got it.
There we go.
So sorry about that. Maybe it was just the music. Oh, and I think Juniper might have frozen, unless that's just me. But anyway,
We're off to a
technology,
riveting start.
technology, production value.
Mhm.
The real androids that kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All hail our robot overlords. All right, so to restart that again, you all were talking with a street vendor who was selling chicken-sized xenomorph eggs, and as I recall, you were able to obtain 2 of them that were uncooked, unprepared, to the best of your knowledge. And the vendor told you that they had gotten them from some Marines, or at least people who claim they were Marines. And at that moment is when the Raider ship from way back in yesteryear, the first episode, or maybe even second, the ship appeared that had chased you from before. And the vendor very nonchalantly stated, "Oh, there they are now."
Mhm.
So we pick up with the Raider ship landing at a nearby dock, far enough away that you all don't have like a clear line of sight to it, but close enough that you'd be able to walk there pretty quickly.
I think we probably walk there. Hey,
Yeah.
go and check out the ship while remaining stealthily hidden. I don't think we want to just march up and go, "Hey, fuckers, what's going on?"
Scouting mission. Observe only.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Liam doesn't really know the connection that the crew has with them, so he's just kind of lumbering along as usual.
Does Liam say anything about that, or just kind of follows?
I think Liam's still kind of getting his head on straight. He just saw like a vision of Kara, didn't tell anybody, and is still a little bit shaken. And he also did just work a shift, so he's pretty tired.
Fair.
Sympathize.
Is that a chicken behind
Yeah,
you?
what
I'm
is
so
that?
sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No,
Oh, Muffy.
don't. That
Oh,
that is Cthulhu material for sure. 'Cause
Deborah.
there is a chicken that is part of the cast now that started as an NPC and now is kind of a main character named Deborah. So that's perfect.
Like,
Yes.
like he held it up for the camera.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Like, hey, check this out. This is mine.
Yeah, he does that.
So all right, you're not necessarily sneaking, but you're definitely trying to get there without drawing too much attention to yourself. So what I need everybody to roll is wits and survival.
Call me Crunk.
You gotta make your own theme song.
And I currently have 1 stress at the moment.
I actually got a success of my 2 dice.
Ooh.
I got one too.
Meanwhile-
No.
Is it just me that keeps freezing, or is it all of us?
You're stroking.
I think it's
It's
just you
me?
a little bit. Yeah, it's not terrible.
Okay.
How many successes did you get, Susanna?
1 success and a 1 on my panic die.
Oh, good. I love how you turned to look and see what you rolled, and your camera was like, "Oh, let me look too."
Do you want to see my dice? No.
They're
not that exciting.
Awesome. Okay, so you got a 1 on a panic die. Let me open up the table here. And looks like you're going to roll a 1d6 and add your stress level to it, which doesn't seem like it'd be terrible.
All right. So that is a 3 total.
Okay, yeah. So it says you're keeping it in check, barely.
Okay.
There you go. It's not terrible for you.
Okay.
So
It must be my internet.
Susanna's the android. Got it.
Actually, she took the talent miming.
Yeah. Yes, there you go. Android.
I'm not going to stop doing that.
I'm not saying androids, but androids. All right. You all are being inconspicuous and not suspicious. And you arrive at the it's like a large platform where multiple ships can land. And you see the raider ship is like just touching down, and like it's not coming down fast. It's not doing like a combat landing or anything. It's being eerily calm about everything, which, going back to what you all remember from before, kind of seems counterintuitive. The door opens up, and you see part of the crew is starting to come off of the ship. They're wearing like yellow reflective vests and everything. And they're all like, "All right, careful, put this over there, get ready to take this." They're just calling out stuff. And then you see, following all of them down, a familiar face that all of you recognize, plain as day. Jeff.
Better not be Jeff. Oh my god. Motherfucker.
I knew it.
Liam cracks his knuckles, named Jeff.
Jeff.
Does Susanna know Jeff?
That is a good question. When did we meet Jeff?
You met Jeff back when you were Kara. However, Susanna, having the career that she does, we'll leave it up to the fate of dice. So roll. Let's see. What do we want to do here? What do you normally?
Actually, that'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Chat, give me a D6 roll. That would be !D6. Give me a roll, and Susanna, give me oh, there you go. That's a 6. I figured
that was good or a bad?
I figured that was going to take a little longer, so I was going to have you choose higher or lower. But since it's technically a critical success, Susanna, you have encountered Jeff before. He is exactly as you remember. Exactly as Juniper remembers.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Liam's vision of Kara is like, that bastard.
So how would I know Jeff? Let's see.
My page didn't. My character sheet didn't update when I updated it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Right.
That's.
So for Susanna, I feel like if you have ever worked in a lab and had to order anything, I feel like you probably would have dealt with Jeff.
That makes sense. He's in logistics, so that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has since, after his last run-in with Liam, he has since left Wayland Yutani and now kind of works for like third party, like whoever will hire him kind of thing.
What's his hand look like?
Oh, his hand is like mangled. Like
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
it's like his strong hand.
Oh no. Or yes, I guess.
Shame. Were they wearing any kind of insignia or just the yellow? You know.
No, so the people, the normal crew, they're just wearing like dark blue coveralls and then like a neon yellow reflective vest. And they're, hauling down crates and things. You do see some markings of Wayland Yutani, but you also see a few others. Trying to think of some of the other corporations off the top of my head, like Sieg or Sergson, or is it Sieg?
Seegson. Yeah,
Seegson. Yeah, you see them and Hyperdyne Systems, things like that. So it seems like they've kind of become like a shipping company.
It's Alien FedEx.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do these crates I don't know if this is something that we can tell or not, but do these crates look like they're in good condition? The reason I'm asking that is this a legitimate like logistics operation, or are these, things that have fallen off the back of the truck, so to speak?
I love where your brain went. Give me a wits observation, and I'll even give you an extra D6 for coming up with a good idea there.
Ooh.
11, 12. So I'm rolling 13 dice here.
No
Wits
success.
observation is my
No.
thing. Okay, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Oh my goodness. Hi, doggy.
Godly. All right.
Blessed by your dog.
Susanna,
Yes, my dog.
Susanna does like the telescope.
Yeah. She's got
And,
those glasses that have the little attachments that you can.
like enhance.
Mhm.
So some of these crates you do see, they seem very, very new. Like the paint's not even scuffed up on them. The plastic's not cut, torn, anything like that. There are some that have visible rust and look kind of yucky. But since you rolled so many successes, you also happen to make out that some of them are labeled with biohazard material. You see some that are labeled as specimens, and even a couple that are rather large say prototype.
Ooh.
Coming up from Jeff's right-hand side is what could only be described as a like Blade Runner style businessman. He's got like a very nice suit on, but he's wearing like a duster jacket or like a trench coat, I guess is the better way to. He's got sunglasses on, like the super big aviator, but they're highly reflective. He's got like a kind of a scraggly beard mustache combo going on, very gray. And as he steps up,
or does he look like he's trying to look cool?
he looks like he's trying to look cool.
Hello, Mr.
Okay.
Anderson.
Yeah. So he
Exactly.
walks up and he lights a cigarette standing next to Jeff. And he's just like overseeing everything. Doesn't say a word, just watching.
I relay all of the information about the labels on the boxes and whatnot to everybody. In my past experiences of having orders and deliveries from Wayland Yutani from Jeff, the rusty crates, is that something that happens, or is it are you deliveries usually in peak condition?
Yeah, they're usually peak because, corporations.
Okay.
Like the boxes might be a little scuffed up, but they wouldn't be rusty and almost derelict looking.
I pass that on too. Follow-up question. The ones labeled biohazard specimens prototype, are any of those yucky and rusty, or are they decent ones?
So the biohazard one looks a little worse for wear, but the other ones look pristine.
Okay.
How many workers are we talking about came out of the ship?
It initially there was like maybe 6, but now there's probably 20 scrambling around. Like most of them are carrying their own crates, and they're like kind of stacking them up by corporation. Scanning, beep, beep. You start to see a few of like the locals are coming out to come meet them, pick up their packages and whatnot.
Would I have had a run-in with Jeff previously? If they were taking like local work and I needed the money, would he have seen me before?
I'm going to say no. Jeff has not seen you since the incident.
Okay. I think as Susanna's got her binoculars going, and I imagine Liam just like found some food nearby from a stall and just eating noodles out of a cup, and probably a little louder than he should.
I mean, that's a compliment to the chef, right? When you slurp noodles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the noodles are in a paper. I think Liam's like, the noodles are in a paper cup, so you have to eat them quick, like through a mouthful of noodles.
What kind of future are we living in?
Very poor one, Ray.
Everything else is dystopian, but the paper noodle cup is what got you. It's too far.
Too far. You found the line.
Yeah. And I think Liam's like, yeah, they'll take her workers sometimes. Just kind of relaying that this is like a normal thing.
So what's our plan? Are we going to go in blasting, or? I'm ready. Let's go.
There's 5 of us and 20 plus of them.
Hardly seems fair, right?
The stuff that's being unloaded and stacked by corporation, is it actually being signed over to other people and taken away, or are they just like unloading it onto the dock and leaving it there for now?
So with the corporation stuff, that is actually just kind of being stacked up and nobody's come to claim it yet. But the locals are getting their things and like carrying them off, signing them over and everything on a little pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as Liam's taking a particularly hot bite, he's like, if Jeff still works logistics, he'll have to like come in to sign paperwork at the main office. We could always squeeze him some more. It's just like
we could break his other hand.
You don't need hands. Who needs hands?
I have no hands.
Dillweed.
I remember expressly saying, does not look like a dillweed like Jeff.
I wrote it down verbatim, apparently.
I can't tell you who it was, but I do remember that we made that
Foreman
comment.
Smith, whover the fuck
There
Foreman
you go.
Smith is, does not look like a dillweed like Jeff.
That's what Foreman Smith was the last planet that you were on with the Queen.
Oh yeah. He's more than likely dead now. Does Jeff look repentant, or is he still acting the same?
Oh no, he's still acting maybe even worse.
Oh.
Fucking hell. We have to take this guy out. Like this is above the table. We have to take this guy out. Like
uh,
I like
Never
that just
mind what they're doing or sourcing their stuff from. Let's just
yeah, no.
kill
Just
Jeff.
this is just a revenge mission.
right.
this
Or,
is Kara
you know.
talking.
Kara takes over Susanna's body for a second just to make her wishes known.
Karen's now playing the Revenant subclass.
Right. I like how this like a jerky NPC that was supposed to be a throwaway character has somehow become your anti-hero, like your
Worse than the
villain.
queens.
Yeah, like
More insidious for sure.
oh yeah.
I mean, that honestly, that is valid. You know, middle managers who think far too highly of themselves are the BBEGs a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Just like we said in the pre-stream, capitalism.
Yeah, I vote whenever Jeff has to go to an office to sign something, we grab him along the way. I think Liam's like, there are plenty of the dark alleys we can get whatever we need from this guy. And you know, Kara would enjoy it for some good old times. And I think he looks at Deacon like and yet cracks the knuckles some more.
Susanna, I think Susanna goes, I would absolutely love to get my hands on whatever is in those specimen containers. Biohazard material as well, I'm interested in. So, if there's a way for us to pick them up, that would be wonderful.
If you need a distraction, I specialize at those.
That would be perfect. How heavy do these crates look? Like, is it we're going to need a trolley or something, or?
Yeah, some of them are human-sized.
Ugh.
I think Liam goes, oh, well, I have a class 2 rating. And Liam does have a heavy machinery, pretty good amount of points in heavy machinery. He's like, I could go and get kind of a little side job real quick, but if Jeff notices me, it could be... We have history. I think he kind of looks over at Susanna.
Oh?
Yeah, but you don't look the same.
What history do you have? I've met him before too.
They used to date.
What's your experiences with Jeff been like?
Not good. The last time I was a little out of character, and I think he kind of like points to the hand. It was like,
That was you? I must have seen him shortly afterwards because he was miserable. He had the whole thing in a cast and he was grumpy as fuck. Well done.
I think Liam kind of looks a little sheepishly. He's still Liam after all. It's just like, yeah, I mean, if anyone deserved it, I guess.
Mhm.
Crumbles up his cup and throws it out. So
Well,
what's
he
the
deserved
plan?
it, all right.
Jeff first or materials first?
Is Jeff still in full view, like
Oh yeah.
supervising everything?
He's honestly like kind of come down the ramp a little bit, and you see him like some of the workers are struggling to put the crates up on and stuff like that, and he's just like barking at them. Like you can't really hear like understand what he's saying, but he's definitely like berating this worker. He's like hitting another one with a clipboard, just being Jeff.
Wow, though.
I think Liam seeing him hit some of the clipboard goes like, I think we get Jeff first. The stuff's coming onto the station. The time limit for it's a lot less strenuous.
Agreed.
A second that motion. Lead the way to the darkest alley.
Can we wait for Jeff to break off, I guess?
So after a little bit longer of loading or unloading, you see everything's all stacked up nice and neat, and they let all the workers go for a break. Jeff and the cool guy proceed to come down. Like they close the ship up and everything, and they start walking towards the office building to sign everything over. There are a few dark alleys in this immediate area, so it really wouldn't be that difficult, except Cool Guy is with him at this moment.
Can we tell if either of them are armed?
Go
Well,
ahead.
half-armed.
Yes, they have 4 arms.
That's messed up.
3.5.
Wits observation. We'll see what we get here.
Wits observation is my specialty.
Yeah, 13 dice.
Well, it's 12 because you
12
gave me a
now,
bonus dice. Yeah. Last time. There we go. 3 successes.
Anybody else?
Dang.
1?
Oh, I didn't roll. Hold on, I zoned out.
You were
Nothing.
thinking what you were gonna do to Jeff.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the
Fantasizing about
bloodlust. I don't think Liam's on the bloodlust, but Matt is.
Matt's the sadist.
Blood for the blood gods. I'm just here to have a good time. We're on the Liam train again. I don't have to be barking everything.
Exactly. Hitting people with clipboards.
Yeah.
The moment that happened, it's like,
Yeah. This guy, I can't believe he's like physically assaulting his crew. What the fuck?
Oh yeah. So yeah, you all do see that Jeff is Jeff, but Cool Guy does appear to have 2 pistols tucked away like in the back under his jacket.
just like Brooks.
Andrew.
Is,
Full circle.
do either of them look like they're wearing body armor or like what's the stuff called?
Kevlar.
Yeah, Kevlar.
I'll say that just for shits and giggles, because y'all rolled pretty good. Yeah, the Cool Guy is wearing armor under his clothing.
Okay.
Just like Brooks.
Okay, what's the plan, folks?
This is your home station, Liam. Point us to. I think I can take the guy, Cool Guy. Like, if we're gonna grab them
Sure.
both, or we can try to, isolate Jeff. It's.
I think Liam's kind of watching, and I think he goes like, well, normally the business types like to talk. Even if they have guns, they don't usually start shooting. So
Start a
It's all for show.
Well, to add another dilemma, another part to this puzzle, because you all had kind of talked about it before. In this work yard or docking area, there are several P5000 work loaders, like
What's
empty. It's the yellow suit. The
Okay.
So there's a bunch of those sitting around unattended as well.
do you think there would be how big are some of these crates? Do you think one of them's like Connex size?
Yeah.
So you think we could pick it up and trap it on top of both of them?
Would you? Well, I mean, you just use the giant, thick.
Oh,
Just
we
do a
could
bit
use
of
the giant
crushing,
arms. Yeah.
You just grab them like.
It's
Yeah.
a little hard to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when they scream.
I mean, Liam kind of looks at Deacon and go like, "You think you can maybe keep one of them from screaming? I can get one of them."
Hold on, I got an idea. And Deacon runs for one of the loaders.
Oh shit.
Okay.
He straps in, and we're gonna flip it on and pretend we don't know what the hell we're doing, because we really don't.
Okay.
And so, flip it on, start moving, and then obviously make jerky motions like it's out of control and start moving towards the crates. Like my whole point being, I'm trying to draw attention to me over there in a loader. I figure Jeff's not going to recognize me when all he sees is the big piece of machinery. And then I would hope they cue off of that while I've got everyone's attention.
Deacon's like, I've got a plan. Everyone's like, what's the plan?
You'll know it when you see it.
I think out of like one of his little side satchel bags, I think Liam's like, oh shit, it puts on a welding mask, so he looks like a full serial killer. It's just kind of running behind Deacon.
Susanna just pulls out her pistol and like ducks behind some crates because she doesn't know what the fuck's going on here. It's like waiting to see what everyone else does.
Jeff and Cool Guy immediately freak out and start running towards Deacon to get you to stop. They're like, hey, idiot, stop. What are you doing?
Could I maybe grab one without the other one noticing? Like, how far apart are they?
I'm going to say Cool Guy is going a little bit faster than Jeff, so you can try to snatch him up.
Yeah, I think that'll be the plan. Could I ask for a roll from chat?
Ooh, sure, chat. You
You
heard Liam. Give us a roll.
I think I want to roll to see if Kara tries to influence anything.
Oh.
I don't know if we want to call it highs or lows.
Let's yeah, a D6. Yep. High or low, Liam?
High is more Kara, low is more Liam.
Well, there you go. Psycat rolled a 6. So
oh, I'm gonna hurt Jeff. So I think as he's like walking with like purpose, looking like Jason Voorhees, just honing down on this guy. I don't know what Kara says, but right as he's about to snatch up Jeff and like basically pull him into a dark area, like Assassin's Creed. I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know. You tell me. What does how do you think Kara would handle this situation?
Like Kara? Probably normally. Whatever Kara, like Liam's fragmented mind has made, I think is very antagonistic. I think as Liam's gonna try to snatch him up, I think Kara's like make it slow as like he comes in behind Jeff. Do you want me to roll anything? How squirmy is he?
Yeah, he's definitely a squirmy feller. So let's do.
You trying to like kidnap him with or so he doesn't scream out?
Yeah, that's
So let's do either I'll let you pick between strength and close combat or strength and stamina.
Strength and close combat. Could I add a blunt instrument to see if I can? I think as Kara says, make it slow. I think Liam's intending to take this somewhere else, so he pulls out just like a large like wrench.
Okay. Blink. And while you're doing that, Deacon, how is this playing out with
So arms flailing wildly like it's out of control. I'm moving towards the crates. And as I arrive at them, I assume I've got workers around me trying to, like get it under control. I'm screaming at them. It's malfunctioning. It's not working right. I don't know how to stop this. And then I will intentionally, while making it look like a wild swing, hit one of the crates.
Oh. All right. So chat,
not one of the biohazard ones, please.
Chat, give me a D6 roll, please.
think that's up to the dice. I don't really get to
Yeah.
choose.
Mm.
I got 2 successes.
All right,
Yeah, you did.
you have Friday the 13th Jeff into a dark
Yes.
alley.
Yes.
You hit him with the wrench, and he doesn't even have like time to make a noise. He just like goes instantly unconscious, like while standing, and you just kind of like snatch him up and drag him into the darkness.
That's terrifying.
Yes. Like wearing the mask and everything. Just like,
Yeah.
God. Wow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think
Why?
Susanna's just looking at this going,
And I think
what?
as this goes, I think Liam ends up kind of throwing like something like with his number or his apartment on it or something like that to kind of be like, meet here after you pick up Deacon, and is gonna run away with his prize.
His prize. Yes.
Did you accidentally just give Susanna your number? Because
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
This is
Good to
beautiful.
know.
All right, Deacon, you are randomly flailing wildly, and you hit one of the larger crates that's labeled prototype. And as it topples over, the lid pops open, and rolling out of it is a naked body. It's very rigid, like it doesn't flop around ragdoll style. It's just like, there it is. This visage, this person, this body, looks very, very, very human. Like you pretty much would not be able to distinguish it in any way from being a human, except that while it kind of rolls a little bit, you do see like on its face is completely lifeless. Like the eyes are open, but they're just like fixed. And
Okay.
and we'll say for shits and giggles, on the back of the neck is like a barcode, like a UPC.
Ooh. Interesting.
Okay, so crap, I didn't really think this other part of this through.
Was that a Wayland Yutani crate that the prototype was in, or like what corporation was that?
So I need to look that up just real quick.
Doesn't matter. I was just curious.
If it matters, I rolled no successes on wits observation, so I have no idea.
Nice.
Well, I mean, like if the crate like splintered before you, yeah.
So this, because this is like a name drop thing, so I wanted to look it up and make sure that I was getting it correctly. On both of the prototype crates, they are from a corporation called Tyrell.
Tyrell.
Okay.
I've linked the universes.
Like tears in the brain.
For anyone who does not immediately know or isn't nerding out as much as two of us are right now, Tyrell was the corporation that made the androids in Blade Runner.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's been a while since I've seen Blade Runner.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I like that idea, Tofu.
What did Tofu say? Yeah.
There goes our monetization.
Oh no.
Oh no, sorry, my brain just went. That's how you're going to have to explain it when you get to the hospital. I tripped and fell. Honestly.
It was an accident. So there I was flailing around in a power loader. Next thing you know, you're on top of an android. Typical Tuesday.
Yeah, it happens.
So anyway, trying to sell that I've lost control of this thing. Basically, I'm still screaming. I can't stop. I can't stop moving. And then I will unbuckle myself. Lift it up and attempt to leap off of the power loader, while also having jammed it in the forward position.
Jesus. Susanna, you see absolute chaos as this power loader keeps going. Deacon does like a combat roll out of it. Cool Guy is screaming at the workers to pick up the product.
Are the workers still around? Or were they on break at the moment?
Like a few had come back to try and like get Deacon to stop.
I'm gonna try and make eye contact with Deacon and just kind of signal, like, are we gonna kill this guy, basically?
Trying to relay that my intention is to sort of fade out of the scene while they're still trying to get it under control.
Okay. I will not sneak up behind him with a pistol then.
A garrote wire, like, Susanna's just like, go to sleep.
Who knows what's in her specimen collecting pack? She's probably got garrote wire in there.
Yeah. Just let it happen.
With scalpels.
Scalpels for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the loader continues heading towards the ship. A bunch of the workers have tried to do that. Other workers are trying to get the prototype up off of the ground and back into its crate. Nobody pays attention to Deacon slipping away. So you're able to meet back up with Susanna. So,
right? Yeah.
Well, smooth. Well, the two of you are meeting up behind the crates. Liam, you are carrying a unconscious body through the alley. And you come to the end, you can see like it's the bustling street with like the vendors and people are shopping and everything. How are you going to get Jeff back to your apartment?
I think he kind of drops him to where he's holding one arm over the shoulder and something like that, and then starts exclaiming a story out loud about how his friend had too much to drink.
Out of the way, drunk here.
Yeah. It's good, isn't it?
You are going full Weekend at Bernie's with Jeff. Got it.
Yeah. And I'm hoping to have a minute alone with Jeff before Susanna and Deacon catch up.
Ooh.
Jeff.
Oh,
okay. Pretty standard practice that people get drunk and pass out all the time, so people are not paying you any mind, and you get Jeff back to your apartment. So like kind of set the scene for me. What is Liam's apartment like?
I think it's small. It's like 400 or 500 square feet. I think it's got like a single lamp in the middle, with like the light switch near the wall. Like it's got a bed, a little cot in a corner, probably a couple of projects just around.
Single bulbs swinging.
Yeah,
it's gotta be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
one of those triangular lampshades that
yeah. And then I think like a chair and a table in the corner where he would just kind of like be able to sit, but no kitchen, barely a bathroom that kind of folds out of the wall, very, very minimalistic. Yeah. And I think around the bed there's pictures from like a notebook, like sketches unhealthily of Kara going up the wall near the bed. In varying forms of human and inhuman looking, of like shallow silhouettes and not. You put the warnings above before the episode, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But also, good night, folks.
Liam's not doing well.
Yeah. So what are you doing with Jeff? Are you gonna like tie him to a chair? Like, what's the idea here?
I think I'd tie him to the chair in the center of the room below the light bulb. And I think after he's done tying him up, and then maybe like something around his mouth so he can't scream, he just kind of hits the light so it kind of tosses and wait for it to find like a good momentum. And then he slaps Jeff awake.
Oh, yes!
It's Casino Royale, everybody.
Yeah. Groggily Jeff comes to, wait, what's happening? Stop the loader.
I think he hasn't taken the mask off yet, but he has like Jeff's wallet, and he has it in his hand, and he goes like, Jeff, and as he makes a fist, he goes like, do you believe in coincidences? And like pops his knuckles.
Except the voice is like muffled behind the mask, so it's
Yeah.
You believe in coincidences?
Very that.
Would you like to play a game?
Yeah. And I think after he says that, and he's kind of waiting for his response, but he walks behind him. And I think he takes one of the pictures of Kara off the wall and puts it in a clipboard that he has.
Do you see?
Oh, I'll let you go. If you could tell me what her name is, and kind of reaches out from the side with the clipboard, with one of Kara's sketches on it. Smacks across the head with this clipboard. And I think in the corner of his vision, Kara is watching, but very no facial expression. Just
well, yeah, but only when the light comes by.
Oh, yes. And I think that's when that goes on for a minute. He just keeps asking for a name, and I think when Susanna and Deacon comes up, I've maybe hit him full force with a clipboard 12 times.
Yes.
I'm gonna say
This
like
dude is like bleeding from the eyebrow.
I was gonna say like he's not like it's not catastrophic hurt, but
No.
he's definitely like bleeding a little bit. He's definitely beat up, and there comes a knock as Susanna and Deacon arrive at Liam's apartment.
I think that makes him jump a little bit, and he gets mad that he jumps. So he just like takes the pillowcase off and throws it over his head, puts it over Jeff's head.
Oh man.
And then goes and like answers the door. And he's just kind of like, with the mask still on, goes like, and kind of takes the mask off. He goes like, "Oh, sorry."
Is this Liam's apartment?
Yes, sorry.
Sorry, nipples.
I think at this moment, that 6 from Kara, that kind of venom Kara, kind of wears off. He goes like, "Oh yeah," and like takes the mask off and like opens the door and like shuts it pretty quickly behind them. Like, can I get you guys something to drink? Like the tap water's all right. It's just like walking around Jeff, who's in a chair in the center of the room.
I think Susanna leans on the wall, looks at Jeff, and just goes, "Yeah, a glass of water would be great, thanks."
Do you have any tea?
I have instant a couple of baggies. It's gonna be cold. I don't really get hot water this time of day. It's just kind of like different cups that all look very different. One of them's a foam takeout cup that's been repurposed. It's just
It's all right. It's not for drinking.
yeah. And I think he hands Susanna and Deacon their cups respectively.
Cheers, has a drink.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. And Deacon pours the tea onto the pillowcase.
Oh, no.
We're fucking waterboarding him now. Oh my God.
Are we the baddies?
No.
Yeah.
We have a guy tied up in a chair with a pillowcase over his head and a thing in his mouth, and we're questioning if we're the baddies.
It's complicated.
Fuck.
It's complicated. Has he said anything yet, Liam?
Kara's like sitting in the corner, like very Emperor Palpatine style. Like, good.
I think when Deacon asked that, he's like, "Oh, I didn't take the gag out." And like, kind of fishes his hands underneath. He's like, I think Liam's apartment is underneath like a tram or near like a heliport, where he's like kind of waiting for a second, and as like a tram shoots over, he undoes the gag. Just a little bit, kind of anticipating that Jeff's gonna try to scream.
Deacon will lean next to Jeff's ear and just whisper, "Don't scream. We're going to ask you a series of questions. You will answer them in simple answers, to the point, or then we'll have to really get nasty."
And I think
come up.
Liam. Oh, go ahead.
I come up behind Jeff and just put the tip of my pistol right there on the back of his neck. Just rest it there.
And Liam kind of from like an angle goes like and waits for a tram to go by and then takes the
So
gag
Jeff
out.
was like, he's got tears like coming down. He's definitely like distraught. He's like, I don't fucking know anything. I don't know anything.
I hope for your sake that's not true.
Jesus Christ. What has this episode turned into?
You brought Jeff into this. This isn't our
Yep.
fault fully.
Uh-huh.
You chummed the water, you got sharks. What do you
Look, you even got tofu in on it.
Yeah. I mean, oh.
What are you and your compatriots bringing onto this station, Jeff?
We're just bringing the goods that we were ordered to ship here. We were paid to bring it. That's all it is.
Who paid you?
Various corporations. Wayland and Seegson. The only one that I don't know about is some weird shadow corporation. Like they don't like have an official name or anything, and they move around a lot, but they do a lot of experiments.
Who's the man in the suit?
Oh, that's Mr. De Laurentiis.
Who does he work for, Jeff?
I think he works for himself. He hired me.
So you're saying he's who we should be talking to, and you don't know anything and are worthless to us?
I mean, I can be totally worth any. I can get you documents and.
Documents? What kind of documents?
Yeah, like shipping manifests. What we're carrying on board. I can even get you some of the crates. No one will ask any questions.
Deacon will step back behind Jeff, make eye contact with Susanna and Liam, sort of gesture to anyone else.
Has Jeff clocked Liam at all?
Has he actually, has Liam put himself in a position to be seen?
No,
so
I think
far he's just seen you with the mask.
I think when he took the gag out, he stayed behind. And like when the gag and the pillowcase came off, he was behind.
Yeah, that's what I was
Jeff.
thinking.
I don't know. What's Kara look like with that 6? Is it still?
Oh, yeah, it still looks venomous and angry. Because Kara never liked Jeff. at all.
By the way, Ray, Tofu redeemed a target attacks itself.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you got that. Yep, cool.
Not Tofu getting her licks in.
Right.
We've all got a bone to pick with Jeff.
Yeah. I think, I don't know if it's gonna help them at all. I guess it could. I think, Liam, like, slowly comes out of, like, the left side peripheral, and just kind of looks at Jeff and kind of waits for any sort of recognition.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Does Jeff recognize Liam? Does Jeff care that much about Liam?
I don't know what the
This guy
hand.
broke his hand.
Ooh. He takes like a squinted look at Liam, like trying to recall, like, I know that face. I know that person. Like, you look different, but something about you is the same. And he says, "Oh, I know who you are. You're the one that fucked up my hand."
Ah.
And I think Liam kind of turns, and there's like probably a little table with some projects on it, machine projects wise. And I imagine there's just like some like parts maybe had jet fuel in them, and he had siphoned them into a jar. And just kind of takes it and like pretty unceremoniously just like pours it over Jeff. And then takes a match and lights it.
Holy shit!
And I think he kind of takes it and then flicks the match on him, knowing that jet fuel doesn't ignite at that low of a flashpoint. But just to watch Jeff jump.
Liam might be broken.
Well, and the whole time he's not really even looking at Jeff. It's if anyone has, I don't know if you want to ask for like a wits observation. He's not looking at Jeff, and now the lack of ceremony, he's actually just looking at Kara to see what will make her go away.
Oh. Can we wits observation that?
I'll let you say that you all see it. He's plain as day.
We just okay.
When you throw the match on Jeff, it's at this point he like freaks out because he thinks he's about to go up in flames. And so with every bit of like energy and force he has, he rocks forward in the chair, and he's like able to kind of use his feet to like try and run for the door. But unfortunately, this was not a very well thought out plan, and he like smacks his head on the door and just kind of falls to the side.
I think with one of the chair legs sticking up, Liam's big enough and strong enough that he picks up the chair by the leg and then just kind of like has to work it with two hands to like do like that and then flip it to get him to sit back right side up. Is Kara gone?
Kara is gone.
I think at that point, Liam looks really tired and just sits down on the edge of his bed. Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
Please,
Dead.
please don't kill me. Please, I have a wife and kids. Please don't kill me.
I think they would thank me if I did.
What kind of person would marry someone like you?
Dang, y'all just like.
Don't worry, Chef. We're not gonna kill you. That's
Yet.
too quick.
But if you want to call your wife and kids, and I think Liam lights up a cigarette.
They seem
We're having a good party.
Somebody here is a little out of control, Jeff. And are you sure you've told me everything about the people who hired you? What kind of products you're running from port to port? Attacking innocent ships in the dead of space? You're not good people, Jeff. So I do need to know right now.
That wasn't us.
How wasn't it you? It's the same ship. I recognize it.
No, we painted our ship so that they would leave us alone.
That answer takes Deacon back a minute. Who are they, Jeff?
The Raiders. We painted our ship to look just like theirs, and we can go in and out of their territory. They don't even question it.
Are you the one delivering alien eggs to the station, Jeff?
I mean, I deliver them, yeah, but they're not mine. They're Mr. De Laurentiis's. He's got all kinds of weird alien parts.
Do I know of Mr. De Laurentiis, given that Susanna is heavily entrenched in the alien specimens black market trade?
Yeah.
So you've never met De Laurentiis personally, but yes, it's kind of one of those like nobody really knows if they're for real or not, but the name gets spoken a lot. Like if you need some, unscrupulous alien parts, he's the one to go to.
Okay.
I think Liam's still like kind of zoned out. I think his eyes are really heavy, and he's just kind of smoking a cigarette on the end of his bed.
Jeff, I want you to answer this question very carefully, so give it some thought. Can you get us in a room with Mr. De Laurentiis?
I can set you up a meeting. Yeah.
I wouldn't want an official on the books meeting, if you know what I mean. Looks around the room.
Oh no. He doesn't do those. He's very discreet.
How do I know I can trust you, Jeff?
I value living way more than I value anyone else.
Real family
Why does
man.
that surprise me? I pick up his wallet from where Liam had it before. I'm assuming Liam put it down somewhere. I'm going to look through his wallet and see if he has like a photo of wife and kids or anything. Like, does he care enough about his family to carry a photo of them?
You see, like it's a bunch of like, his like driver's ID, things like that. It's got a few cards from like different corporations, like with his ID and everything. They could be real, they could be fake, but then you do come across like pictures of wife and kids, and in every single one of them you see that his wife looks incredibly annoyed and he looks absolutely miserable, and his kids just look like those kind that you just want to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like these pictures definitely give off a vibe that Jeff lives in a family full of Karens.
Yeah.
The apple
I
didn't
would
fall
say
far
poor
from the
Jeff,
tree.
but he deserves it. Yeah, exactly.
I think Liam, as he's watching Susanna go through the wallet, kind of looks up and goes like, What's your ATM pin?
1712.
I think Liam kind of sits up. He kind of puts out his hand. He's like, "Can I have the cards, please?"
Like, I'm gonna go get drunk.
And I think if like, does Susanna give the debit credit card situation up, whatever that is
Oh
in the
yeah,
future?
I'll hand that over. I also want to see, like you said, there were corporation cards and whatever. I want to see if there is a business card for Mr. De Laurentiis so that we could actually take his contact information with us.
So there's no official card. However, you find just a very like a little piece of paper. It looks like it was written on a fortune cookie paper. It's like that, but it doesn't have a fortune. It's just that size. Just a little rectangular strip of paper that just says DL and then there's a phone number.
Okay. I pocket that.
I think after Liam gets the cards, he kind of walks around, sees like if he's got a wedding ring, I imagine, takes the watch, and then kind of looks at Deacon, and I think he mouths the word behind him after he takes off the ring, goes like, "Make it look like a mugging," as he like takes all of the stuff off.
This is cold. You're taking the dude's wedding ring. Fuck. So how exactly do you plan to get us into a room with Mr. De Laurentiis?
I was just gonna tell him that you all want to buy something.
Does that work with you? And I look at the other two.
I think that works for me.
I promise I'm not gonna say a word about any of this.
Oh, Jeff, we know you're not going to say anything. Otherwise, well, what happened to your hand might happen to the rest of you.
I think
And I hold up a photo of his wife and kids. I just hold it up.
Can I get another Kara roll?
Oh my god, yes. I love that.
Chat, give me another roll for D6. Exclamation mark D6. And what's up, PR Scorpio? Welcome.
You know what? I think that spark of inspiration from Tofu hits Susanna in the head, and she leans over Jeff. She leans up like 2 inches from his face, just stares into his eye for a second, and then kisses his lapel and leans back. She's got lipstick on.
He's like, because he thinks like you're gonna hurt him or something. He's like, what are you doing? No, that's even worse.
Thank you, Tofu.
Oh, a 4. All right. So Kara has returned. Seems not as like violent and aggressive this time.
Yeah. I think oh, I don't know what a 4 would do. A 6 would have killed him outright.
Yeah, 4 is kind of middle of the road.
Yeah. I think does Kara look like he needs to hurt more or not? I think Liam kind of flinches as he sees Kara, maybe as he like comes back up from getting the watch and the wedding ring. And then like I think the thoughts of letting him go make Kara come back. And so I don't know if there needs to be like more done or if she's just going to be like maybe good or not.
I'll say she just offers a somber nod.
Yeah. Okay. I think in that case, Liam just knocks him out again.
All right.
Yeah. And then just kind of stands up and
It's like,
just looks sad and tired. Maybe even like, for as much as Liam can look small, he looks small. Because like, and I think he's actually gonna run from the situation. I think he just kind of takes the cards. He goes like, "I'm gonna cash these real quick," and then just kind of steps out of the apartment and leaves.
So I'll take care of Jeff. Make it look like he got mugged.
Well,
So
we need him to set up the meeting first, I guess. Or
do I know that you got the number?
sure. Yeah.
I really don't think we need him to set up the meeting. Or I could leave a note on his unconscious body.
Well, if we can contact De Laurentiis ourselves, then you're right. We don't really need Jeff anymore. Should we just kill him?
I think that would be too good for him. I have a better idea. And Deacon, using his rifle, will reverse one of Jeff's knees.
oh man.
Holy shit!
Golly. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's that tram.
Yeah.
In the background.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. So after taking care of Jeff, are you just gonna take him back to the loading platform and ditch him, or?
Yeah, my plan
Yeah.
actually is I also still have 3 hits of acid from my previous excursion. I'm gonna pop one of those into his mouth and carry him to a dark alley close by the docking area and dump him. The idea being, I assume he's passed out from the pain at this point.
Yeah.
By the time
yeah.
he wakes up, this is going to kick in, and he's not even going to know what the frick happened.
Does acid overwrite memories like that? Like, will he remember us? Do you think?
I should.
Okay.
Fleeting images. He's not going to know if it was a trip or not.
Chat, give me a D6 roll.
Roll for acid trip.
Roll for acid trip.
Roll for acid trip.
You're gonna need that on a t-shirt. All right.
No.
With Jeff taken care of. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, that's a 1.
No, a 1.
That's a nat 1. Yeah, Jeff. He's losing his mind when he wakes up. Love it. So, with Jeff out of the way and presumably gonna set up a meeting, or are you taking that upon yourselves?
I think we're planning on taking that upon ourselves.
Okay, so what are you all doing until that point?
How much money does Liam get from the ATM? I imagine as Liam's just pressing these cards into the ATM with the pin, he's actually just openly weeping as he's
You're making me sad, man.
he's
Liam,
got a lot going on.
Liam, you're able to withdraw about $8,000. 8,000 monies.
Damn.
Not enough to like do anything super cool, but I mean, like with the ship or anything, but at least, you know, it's some money to buy some gear or something. But I'll say you all have $8,000, and what we can do to kind of wrap up the show for the evening is take a brief moment here to let me know in montage form, what is everybody doing with their cut of the money? Their ill-gotten gains. Montage me how this show wraps up for the evening. We'll start with Liam.
I think Liam with his cut kind of gets himself together. I think it's like a montage of him like buying some nicer clothes, getting a haircut, things he hasn't been able to afford in the past couple of days, and goes to find Phoebe.
Therapy.
He needs therapy, but I think he's gonna go find Phoebe since he didn't see her at this point. But I think he like cleaned up and like maybe bought like a first aid kit or something as like a gift. I think he's just kind of trying to put himself back together. Retail therapy. That's right. And that's
Deacon with his cut is gonna go buy cat food for Catiopia and some new knitting needles.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. I like that. And Susanna?
Susanna goes looking for if there's any scientific equipment or labware that would be available around here at all. I think she also buys herself some decent coffee beans and like a little mini what are they called? The mocha pot sort of situation. She gets one of those, to make herself some actual nice coffee instead of relying on the black sludge that we have on the ship.
Yeah, get like a French press. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
I see her in the store trying out different models.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. This one might not work so good. Okay.
Actually, if she has enough money for one of those ridiculous setups with all the glassware, like the fancy, ridiculous, you know what I mean?
Yeah, where it like boils and like filters up and
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, so you are all spending money, having a blast, and just making sure I don't miss anything in chat. We're in a montage. So you all get everything done. Where are you meeting up before you call Mr. De Laurentiis?
The ship?
I was gonna say, I assume the ship. We gotta let our other crew know what's going on and brainstorm a plan of like what we're trying to purchase.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine. Oh, go ahead.
Besides the moral code.
I was just gonna say, on the way back to the ship, like we're probably swing because we're dumping him in an alley near the dock anyway. Just swing by the dock and see what the situation is with regard to are there abandoned crates and whatnot, or are there lots of people around?
So there are some abandoned crates, but it looks like most of the stuff has already like kind of been claimed and moved around and where it needs to go, with the exception of like the actual corporation stuff, because that's kind of Jeff's forte. But anything illicit, De Laurentiis is already cleared out of there. He doesn't care what happened to Jeff.
Okay. All right. So anything that would be worthwhile is already gone, basically.
Yeah.
Sounds like. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. In that case, back to the ship. Talk to everyone.
Okay. Well, I think that is where we will wrap things up for the evening. That way the rest of the crew can get their 2 bits into the thoughts of things, and we'll see how this plays out on the next episode of Alien, the Tabletop RPG. Thank you all for joining us this evening, and thank you to these amazing and also traumatizing players for their crazy interrogation skills.
Holy fuck.
That was intense.
Are we the bad guys?
I think so.
I'm starting to think that might be the new motto around here.
Good, bad.
On tilt, off rocker.
On tilt for sure.
Susanna is the polar opposite of Kara in some ways. Like the word ruthless could be used to describe her quite easily. So
Yeah. Let's see. What was today? Today was Alien. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow is going to be Star Trek. Or was that the 8th?
I think it's tomorrow. Yeah.
I think it is tomorrow.
Polite space
You know what?
show.
I got it here. Let's see. The 7th is, in fact, Star Trek. And then on the 8th is going to be a one-shot ran by Tofu Chipmunk playing Starshine Hugs, which is a 3-page RPG that Tofu created. It's going to be a sleepover-themed one-shot. Should be lots of fun. Got some really, really great people from the D in Denial channel coming to play. They haven't really gotten to roll dice with us, a few of them. And then, of course, joining us in chat today was PR Scorpio. They're going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of good times. So thank you all very much. It was super fun. We'll see you all next game. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.